Okay, guys, how's it going out there? Rooster in Tennessee, roostercb.com. Customer test video coming up here. We got lots and lots and lots of shipments going out tomorrow. So we definitely got some videos we got to get to. This one is for a customer that's got a Carl built 800 HD, which he did pay for a while back. He wanted to wait until the radio was done so he could see a video of the radio and the amp working together. We've got them. We've got the amp out here on our big 800 amp power supply, rolling at 15 volts, so we should have plenty of voltage and plenty of current going to our little amp here. And again, performance tuned, if you will, RCI 69 base plus. Yes, this is the newest version with the fan kit, the white LEDs, and so on and so forth there. So we'll test it out, see how it does. Now, as far as the drive that Carl Built recommends for this amp, he recommends out of the amp with everything turned on, no more than a 400 watt dead key, and the maximum amount of swing or input PEP going in around 300 watts. We're not going to be hitting it near that hard. At the end of the video, I'll show you what our radio's doing. We're going to test everything with a 2500 watt slug, and then we'll test just the radio with a 500 watt slug. Okay, so let's get scooted up here and take a look at our bird meter. 2500 watt slug. I don't know if you guys can probably having a hard time seeing that slug there, but take my word for it. And here's our 500 that we'll use at the end of the video. First things first, we just want to set our dead key here on our radio. I'd say that's about 375 to 400. Now, you don't have to run it that high. Personally, myself, I'd probably be around 250 or so, 200, but that's just me. 4-pill, I usually say somewhere between an 80 and 120 watt dead key, so 8-pill, probably somewhere between 160 and a 250 watt dead key. That's my opinion. Carl says maximum of 400. Myself, I'd run it a little bit lower. All right, here's your average power output, top scale here. The 5 is 500. Hello. So what is that? We will call that 650 to 700 average power. Sorry for shaking the camera, guys. PEP. Hello. Audio. Check. 1 1. Check. Audio. Check 1 2 3. Audio. Check 1 2 3. Audio. 1400 PEP. Now, that being said, you're like, well, that's 8-pill. That's not really doing a great amount of power. Pretty good power. But you got to keep in mind, guys, we're not hitting this thing, but with probably half the recommended drive that it needs. Remember, you can swing up to 300 PEP into this guy, and let's see how much we're doing. So now we're looking at the middle scale. 10 is going to be 100, 20 is going to be 200. This is your average power. Let's see. Let me turn the amp off first. Hello. So about 55 to 60 watts average. And then your PEP. Hello. Audio. What is that? 140? Maybe 150? So pretty daggum good, if you ask me, considering what we're putting into it. We're only putting 140, 150 watts PEP in, getting 14 to 1500 PEP out, putting about 60 watts average in, 55, 60 watts average, and getting somewhere between 600 and 700 watts average out. Can it do more? Yes, of course it can do more. My general rule of thumb as far as average power goes, 100 watts per transistor, is kind of max. You'll see some people drive these things to like 1,000 watts average. Personally, on the standard HG2879, I tell people if you get 100 watts bird, average, RMS, whatever you want to call it, per pill, that's kind of where you need to stay at. Whatever it does, PEP, just kind of let it do what it does. It all starts with the radio. So if your ratio of PEP on your radio is 200 PEP watts to every 50 average watts, your amplifier is typically going to reflect the same thing. It doesn't magically come up with its own math inside the amp. If you have a radio that does double the PEP power as it does average power, that's typically what your amp is going to reflect, because it's just amplifying or multiplying what you're putting into it. Okay, guys, appreciate it. More videos to come. I appreciate this customer's patience. Excellent guy to work with. Look, I understand not everybody has that kind of patience, but it took a little bit longer getting radios in and getting this one done up for him. He never said a word about it, and appreciate his patience as far as that goes. So hope he enjoys the setup. I think it'll be a good one. We'll try to get this one boxed back up and shipped back out tomorrow. All right, guys, thanks. Rooster and 10, roostercb.com. See you, bye.